Hey guys, what is going on? Blossom is back, and today I'm back with a what can you get from that pack series. Today the pack at question is the German 2000s pack. There are in total 42 cars you can get in this pack, and I would say it's not too bad. It's actually pretty nice. So starting off, we have the Mercedes-Benz S350. It is one of three RQ19 cars you can get from this pack. It's not the best in terms of its stats, but it is four-wheel drive and it does have standard tires. Going on from that is indeed the Porsche Cayman. This is the curse car for every Porsche pack, and it's unfortunate to see it here in this pack again. However, it is also just one of three RQ19 cars. Moving on is the BMW 530D. Like the Mercedes, it has standard tires, but it does have rear-wheel drive instead of four-wheel drive. But now moving on to the RQ20 range, we start off with the BMW M3. Never has been a particular outstanding car for me. I think the only thing that it's good at is probably the fact that it's a convertible, so you could probably use it for a convertible event once a year, but besides that, nothing too special. Moving on is the Mercedes-AMG G55. I used to have this car maxed out even at 996, and it was a huge letdown for me because it usually just loses to the G36, so not a great car. Moving on is the Mercedes-AMG SLK, and we're already in RQ21, so there are only 5 cars that is RQ20 and 19, which is pretty great. So you have a pretty good chance of getting the higher tier of ultra rares from this pack. So yep, we have the AMG SLK, followed by the Mercedes-AMG C55. This is a pretty good car. MRA is decent. 0 to 60 is alright. Handling is kind of meh. It's kind of just a car with no outstanding features, but it's alright. Moving on is also the Porsche 911 Carrera Cabriolet, followed by the Porsche Cayman. Next is the BMW Z8, which is a car I'm particularly fond of. I do like this car a lot. I have it maxed out, and I think I have it maxed out at 996 even though it's not a drag car. But this was one of the first cars I got back in the day when I started Top Drive, so I just wanted a car that was really fast. And, you know, back then 4.50 to 60 was a lot to me. But if you want to know what the maxed out stats are, it goes down to 3.60 to 60 at 996. Moving on to RQ22 now is the Porsche 911 Carrera, followed by the Porsche Boxster Spider, and I think there's like one more. The Audi S6 and then the Audi S4. Nope, not even the Audi S4. So the Audi S6, and we move on to the Epic. So we start off with the Mercedes-Benz C350 4MATIC. This car obviously used to be RQ22, used to be an ultra rare, but it is pretty strong. It does have good grip for a four-wheel drive standard tire car. And that's also a wagon. This one here, the AMG SLK Black Series, is the next car on the list, followed by the Mercedes-AMG S65. This is a nice one. Also a nice one is the Mercedes-AMG S63. Alright, so next is the Porsche 911 Carrera S and the Porsche 911 Carrera 4. Four-wheel drive, this one. Followed by the BMW M3 CSL. This is a very nice car. Probably not going to be very good in the game. Stats, not really good. The grip is nice though. But yeah, it's a nice car in real life. Would like it. Followed by the Audi S3, another car that also used to be a ultra rare RQ22. Next is the Audi S4 Avant. I've had this car twice, and I think I've used it twice. And now we're moving on to the RQ24 range with the Porsche 911 Targa 4S, followed by the BMW M5, which has really good MRA, apparently. Next is the BMW M3, which was the prize, not the prize car, but the Tier 2 prize car a couple months ago, or maybe a couple weeks ago. Followed by the Audi S8, and the Mercedes-AMG CLK DTM. So now we can see we're going on to RQ25. Next, followed by that, is the Mercedes-AMG CLK 63, followed by one of my personal favorites, the 911 GT3 RS. Followed by that is the 911 GT3, and just a little comparison between this GT3 and the GT3 RS 996. They have the same MRA, so the Porsche 911 GT3 is just better in every way. It has better 0 to 60, as well as better handling, as well as better top speed. So I would say this car is a borderline RQ26er. Moving on is the Audi S5 Coupe and the Audi RS4 Avant. A lot of these Audis are just overrated in my opinion. I think their stats are horrendous. They're just four-wheel drive and medium clearance, that's it. But that's my personal opinion. Moving on to the RQ26 range with the 911 GT3 RS. This is a car I personally want because it goes up to 100 grip. followed by the Porsche 911 GT2. Let's compare this real quick. 3.9 to 87 to 4.0 and 90. So, yeah, big difference there in terms of grip. Moving on is the Audi RS6 Plus. I have two of these now, not really of use at the moment in my garage. Followed by the Audi RS4 Avant. I think this used to be RQ25. I think it got upgraded. Let's see, 4.784, 4.482. Huh. All right. Moving on to the legendaries now. I believe there are only 4 or 5. I think 4. We start off with the Porsche 911 Turbo and the Porsche 911 GT2. Followed by that is the Porsche 911 Turbo, once again, all 4-wheel drive. And then the last one is the Porsche 911 GT2 RS. This is a very, very nice car. It has an MRA of 100, which is one of the highest for Porsche. And it is a car that I have actually upgraded. One of the rare few legendaries I've actually used epics to fuse. And it's so unfortunate that, you know, such a strong legendary for me is being used in such a mediocre prize car event. I would love to use this in a event where the prize car is a legendary, but oh well. There are 2 cars I didn't miss, so I put them at the back. The first one is the Mercedes-AMG S55, which is an amazing car. Maxed out at 996, and I would recommend you to max this out at 996. Goes down to 3.70 to 60, and I think 82 handling or 83. Very, very nice car. If I do get a second one, I will upgrade it 969 because the one I have is 996. Another car I missed out was the Mercedes-AMG E55, and that's about it. So those are all the cars that are in the pack for the German 2000 pack. And my verdict, if I was going to open it, I opened a lot of packs recently, so I probably will refrain since I have to spend some money on going to my movie shoot. So we'll see. But it's not a bad pack by any means. You will have a good chance of getting a pretty good ultra rare. But I'm just going to show you all the cards here without talking. Make sure to pause and screenshot at any time you want. Usually this is the time where I just see what cars are in the pack and choose what car I want for my thumbnail. And I think this time I've been choosing a lot of Porsches recently for thumbnails. So far I've chosen a lot of Porsches, Dodges, even Jaguars. I think this thumbnail is going to be the S63. I really like that car, so that's going to be the thumbnail for today's video. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video, guys, and I'll see you all next time. Blossom out.